All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are breaking down everything you need to know to start your fitness journey. Seriously, whether you're a total beginner or maybe just getting back into the swing of things, think of this as your personal roadmap to building a routine that actually sticks.
Does this sound familiar? You're ready to make a change, you want to get fit, but you have no idea where to even begin. It's so easy to feel overwhelmed by all the information out there. But don't you worry, we're going to cut right through all that noise and give you a simple, straightforward plan you can start today. So here's how we're going to do it. We've got 4 key steps. First, we're going to talk about creating your own perfect workout space right at home. Next up, something super important, warming up the right way. Then we'll get into a really effective, low-impact workout. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with some tips on how to train smarter and safer so this becomes a long-term thing.
Okay, first things first, let's talk about your space. You really don't need a crowded, expensive gym to get a great workout. You can build an amazing, motivating fitness foundation right inside your own home.
I mean, just think about it. The average gym membership in the US is about $50 a month. But here's the crazy part. Studies show that almost 67% of those memberships, they go completely unused. Setting up a spot at home not only saves you money, but it also gets rid of one of the biggest excuses out there. You know the one, I don't have time to get to the gym.
So, where can you actually build this personal fitness sanctuary? Well, you've probably got more options than you think. The garage is awesome. It's got durable floors and usually good ventilation. A basement, that can be transformed into the ultimate workout zone with a little bit of lighting. Even a spare room works perfectly. Just grab some shock-absorbing mats to protect your floors. Heck, you could even turn a shed into a private little fitness escape. And here's a pro tip that makes a huge difference, no matter what space you choose. Install mirrors. Seriously, it's not about vanity. They make a small space feel way bigger, and more importantly, they are an absolutely crucial tool for checking your form. You can see what you're doing, make sure you're moving correctly, and keep yourself safe. All right, let's move on to our second section, warming up the right way. Now, I know, this is the step that almost everyone wants to skip. But trust me, it is absolutely essential if you want to prevent injuries and get the absolute most out of every single workout.
Now, let's clear something up, because this is a game changer. The 2 types of stretching. Before you work out, you want to focus on dynamic stretching. Think of it as stretching in motion. It gets your blood flowing and tells your muscles, hey, it's time to get to work. You want to save the static stretching, where you hold a stretch for a while, for after your workout. That's when it helps with muscle recovery and flexibility. So what's a great dynamic stretch look like in action? Alternating lunges are just perfect. You just stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, you take a big step forward with one foot, lower your body down until both knees are bent at about a 90-degree angle, and then you push right back up to the start. You just repeat that, alternating legs. It warms up your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, the whole package. And if you want to round out that warm-up, here are a few other fantastic options. Arm circles are great for your shoulders and upper back. High knees get that heart rate going and fire up your core. The inchworm, well, that's just an amazing full-body move. And something called open the gate is perfect for warming up those tight hip flexors. All right, you are officially warmed up and ready to rock. So now for the main event, a killer low-impact workout that's perfect for anyone just starting out or anyone who wants to be a little kinder to their joints. So what does low impact even mean? It's really simple. It's any exercise that gets your heart pumping without all the heavy pounding and jumping around. This means you get all those amazing cardio benefits, but you keep the stress on your joints way, way down. It's smart, it's safe, and believe me, it is effective. So we're going to build a super simple but powerful 20-minute circuit. Here's how it works. You're going to do each of the next 3 exercises for 1 minute, right after the other. Once you've done all 3, you'll take a 1 to 2 minute rest. Then you do the whole thing over again. Repeat that circuit 3 times and you're done. So easy to follow, right? So here are your 3 moves. First up, speed skaters. You're just going to move from side to side, kind of like a skater on the ice. It's great for building lower body strength and balance. Next, we have the squat to jab. This is a powerful combo. You do a simple bodyweight squat, and as you come up, you throw 2 quick crossbody punches. And finally, the standing oblique crunch. You'll just stand tall and bring one knee up to meet the opposite elbow. This move is fantastic for targeting your core. The best part? You're getting an amazing full-body workout with 0 equipment.
And that brings us to our final and maybe most important section. You've got your space, You've done the workout, now let's talk about how to train smarter. This is the stuff that helps you see real results, stay safe, and build a routine that you can actually stick with for the long haul.
One of the most powerful tools for this is understanding your effort by using heart rate zones. Instead of just kind of guessing how hard you're working, you can use real data to be more precise, more efficient, and way more effective.
So how does this work? Well, it all starts with your maximum heart rate. A really simple way to estimate that is just to subtract your age from the number 220. So for example, if you're 30 years old, your estimated max heart rate is 190. Zone 2, which is about 60 to 70% of that max, is the sweet spot for building a solid endurance base. As you get fitter, you can push into Zone 3 for a moderate effort and Zone 4 for a really hard effort to build speed. Knowing this stuff makes your training so much more intentional.
And as you're tracking all your progress, just remember this. This is so important. The real goal isn't to compete with anyone else. The only competition is you against the you from yesterday. It's all about your own personal progress.
And to help you on that journey, let's talk about a few really common mistakes to avoid. First, pushing yourself way too hard, too soon. Rest days are not lazy days. They're when your body actually gets stronger. Second, doing the same exact thing at the same exact pace every single time. You've got to vary your intensity to see results. And finally, poor form. Slouching or just going through the motions can lead to injury, so always focus on your posture.
So if you take one thing away from all this, let it be this. Consistency beats intensity, especially when you're just starting out. Just showing up and doing something is so much more important than trying to have the most intense, grueling workout every single day. Build the habit first. The intensity will come later, I promise.
Look, every single fitness journey is just built one step at a time. We've laid out the path for you today, from setting up your space to crushing your first workout and beyond. So really, the only question left is, what's your first step going to be?